One thing I heard about a lot in my early recovery was the term obsession. And I had never really thought about that until I really kind of dove into recovery. And it wasn't until I didn't have that obsession anymore that I started really kind of diving into how prevalent it was in my life. I remember I was about 5 months sober, and a friend asked me to go to a baseball game, a Blue Jays game here in Toronto. And I'd never been to one, which is weird. I've lived in this city for 12 years. And I was really worried. I was genuinely scared about going. And it was fine. I did what I always do. I tried not to worry about it. I talked to my sponsor right before I went, and I was comfortable getting there. As soon as I sat down and I saw everybody ordering their beers from their seats, something changed in me, and I realized, oh, I don't have to drink. I didn't have to figure out how much money I was going to spend. I used to think like, oh man, I can't drink, and this is the first time that I realized I don't have to do that. I can just sit and enjoy this baseball game with my friend. And that was really when I started looking back on, from the very beginning when I first started drinking, I had this obsession to drink. And from when I was a teenager up until when I quit in my late 30s, every minute of my life, I was thinking about drinking. Where was my next drink? If I had a drink, where was the one after that? If I had a lot of drinks, they were going to run out sometime. And so through working with other alcoholics, I just don't have that anymore. And it actually, if I look at it, like 5 months is not long. It's not that long, especially in drinking time. Jeez. The just kind of speed I went from constantly thinking about alcohol to having that kind of, relieved of me was shocking. So anyone who's really freaked out at the beginning, it's so normal to be obsessing about it at the beginning. For the first few months, it could be a year. That's just totally normal. And just trust that, if you do the right things, and for me, that was attending meetings, it was talking to a lot of other alcoholics, that there is a relief. It does get so much easier at a pretty quick pace too, but those first few weeks and months, they're just uncomfortable. They're kind of rough, and everybody goes through it. And I think that's one of the main things about working with other people in recovery who have a lot of sobriety time, is that everyone you meet has gone through the exact same thing. So what I like about the meetings is that it's a room just full of people who all have the same problem. And I was really able to look at other people, hear their stories, and see how well they were doing. And it gave me faith that I could do it too. So this is pretty, heavily geared towards a 12-step program, this video, but this is what worked for me. So hopefully somebody who feels like they're struggling in early recovery and sees this, just remembers that it gets easier.